everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Wednesday and it is the 1st of September. So happy September to you. We don't have any open meetings today, so we'll just jump to who's on the show. We have in studio Dr. Leif Loberg, and great guy. I've talked to him a number of times via Zoom, but we finally get to meet in person. So we'll sit down, talk to him about his dental practice and all the things that they offer there. And then we have a segment with Tilly's Life Center, and they have a great operation, and that's the Tilly's store owner who started this. And we're going to tell you all about that just after our breaks. All right, let's take a look at our weather. A little bit overcast and some clouds in the sky. We do have some moisture in the air as well, a little humid. Today we are looking at temperatures of 78, 64 with partly sunny skies. Tomorrow it will be cloudy with 79, 63. Friday 83, 64. Saturday 88, 66. And Sunday mostly sunny, 86, 67. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:25 and our sunset will be at 7:16. Now, this is an unfortunate photo. However, it shows the magnitude of how large those fires are in Northern California, almost to the border or at the border of Nevada. So this is just outside of the South Lake Tahoe area, and it is approaching South Lake Tahoe. If you look at the map, you can see how close it is to South Lake Tahoe, and all of those folks have been evacuated, and it's just an unfortunate situation. If you look at these next photos, for those of you who ski, you know what that is on the left. That is a snow machine that is shooting out water to take care of the fire up there. And then, of course, the photo on the right is just heartbreaking, and it's just a shame. So we definitely shout out and pray for those who are affected by the fire. Then I also wanted to give a shout out to Harley, who is going to be making his way to the Rainbow Bridge today. And so we just wanted to wish him a good journey. So Harley, hope you're doing well and it's a safe journey. All right, when we come back, we will have Dr. Leif Loberg, so stick around.
Primary care is our first interaction with the healthcare system, but most people don't visit their physicians due to long lines, waiting periods, and moving from lab to lab. At Cure Medical, we bring healthcare straight to your doorstep. Our modern, upscale mobile clinics provide services such as prevention and wellness plans, annual exams, lab work, blood tests, and more. Give us a call today to learn more and schedule your next appointment. Cure Medical, close to home, far from ordinary.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
For more than 30 years, Active Care has been providing the highest level of care to residents with Alzheimer's or other memory loss. We specialize in memory care. That's our sole focus. With 3 levels of care and an engaging activity program, Active Care enhances life for every resident every day. Our newest community, Active Care Laguna Hills, will open this fall. We're now accepting reservations. Call 949-877-8233 to learn more.
Picking someone to clean your house is a big decision. After all, they'll be inside your house and touching virtually everything you own. Sadly, though, not all cleaning professionals are actually real pros. Like this person you found online who uses the same sponge in the kitchen they use in the bathroom. If you're looking for a local family-owned business with amazing customer service, contact MaidPro for a free estimate. MaidPro, when you're ready for a real pro.
I'm Dr. Leif Loberg, and I'd like to welcome you to Loberg Dental Center. We've kept everyone safe in our office and continue to do so. All of our safety measures include enough social distancing, masks, protective gear, and sterilization before and after every patient is seen in our operatory. Here at Loberg Dental Center, we've kept everything safe for your comfort. So call today, don't delay, and schedule your appointment, and we will take great care of you in the safety and comfort of our office.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Dr. Leif Loberg here. Welcome. It's nice to see you in person.
Thank you. It's been a long time.
It has. And I know we've discussed a few things over the course of the last 18 months, but now I'm glad you're able to be here with us today, so thank you for coming in. Before we really dive into kind of you and, well, actually your practice, let's talk about you. I know off camera we talked a little bit about it, but tell me how you arrived here.
Sure. So I did finish my undergraduate degree at University of Toronto, and then I got into graduate school at NYU, right downtown Manhattan. So that's where I did my dental school training, and then I was lucky enough to meet my then fiance and now wife. And like I was saying, she won the tug of war to bring me out to the West Coast.
Right.
It was a little chilly for her up in Canada, so.
I imagine. Well, you've been practicing out here for some time.
Yes, 20 years.
Okay, so a long time. In the same location?
Same general community of Laguna Hills.
So you are a familiar face to our residents, I'm sure. So earlier we were also talking about sort of general dentistry, and kind of give me an overview of what your office provides.
Sure. So the whole goal of our office was when we see new patients and when we bring patients into the practice, we're able to provide a multitude of services, from periodontal therapy with our incredible hygiene team. So we have 3 full-time hygienists.
Okay.
They're amazing, super gentle, and people really appreciate that. And then on our associate doctor side, we've got Dr. Julian, Dr. Lee, and Dr. Park,
okay.
As well as Dr. Vion on a part-time basis. But each of our associate doctors has their own kind of favorite thing, if you will, to do. So
okay.
Dr. Julian really likes implant surgery.
Okay.
Dr. Park is a very, very comprehensive and cosmetic doctor. And Dr. Lee, he's able to help with same-day dentistry.
Okay. Now, what does that mean, same-day dentistry?
So that's where you use like robotics, scanning tools, and 3D printers and units to produce prosthetics immediately for patients. So it's pretty awesome.
Okay, so then I had mentioned to you that my brother, he is a dentist up in Santa Barbara, and I think we talked before that he has that, is it called the CEREC machine, where they make the crown right there?
Yes,
so is that something that he likes to do too?
So Dr. Lee is an expert in that.
Okay.
They all know how to run and use that machine. It's really a game changer when it comes to dentistry. Patients don't have to be necessarily in temporaries. It's not for every case, but it definitely has a massive application. So we have that technology in our office.
That's great. That's great. Now you said 3D printing. Now I have not seen anything like that quite yet. So tell me how that works.
Yes. So it's where you can scan someone's teeth or mouth and then design, whether it be moving the teeth into alignment and printing out a series of models and corresponding aligners to straighten the teeth.
Oh.
So we have that process. We also can print removable prosthetics. So for example, dentures, partial dentures, replacement teeth, things like that. So right on the spot.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So now when you talk about alignment, are you talking about something like an Invisalign type thing, or tell me what it is that you would use?
Correct. So clear aligners is a system to move or straighten the teeth.
Okay.
We've got a lot of geriatric patients in their 60s, 70s, and 80s that, you know, a lifelong wish has been, hey, let's straighten my teeth, let's get a nice smile.
Oh, wow.
And they finally get around to it and are the benefactors of that. So it's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's great that you can do that in your office. You don't have to send them, because I think what's happened as a child and you want to have braces, you have to go to an orthodontist. So with those, you don't have to do any of that.
Correct. And of course, you have to screen the patients for any disease and pathology and cavities and things like that. But,
right.
Overall, it's a fantastic system. So.
Good. Let's talk about the implant process, because, you know, there are a variety of dental operations that say, oh, you know, same day, we'll get you in and out. I mean, but is that really true? Is it an in and out process for an implant, or does that depend on how many implants you have and the condition of your teeth?
So that's a great question, Lisa. In July, we published an article in Shairside magazine about the process of if someone breaks off teeth at the gum line, how does that process look because that's everyone's greatest fear. If someone, we're approaching Halloween now, and if someone broke off a tooth, they'd either look like a pumpkin or a normal human being. So we have the ability in our office to remove a tooth, to place an implant immediately, and to deliver a temporary prosthetic and put it into function. So when we say teeth in a day, that's really what we're doing. Biology of bone healing around an implant, we haven't been able to speed that up for all intents and purposes. So the actual bone healing process itself of how bone heals to an implant is still, it still requires a healing time of anywhere from 2 to 4 months. However, the patient can still function with a temporary in place without having the worry and so forth. So do a lot of those happen every day. I mean, people getting now after COVID out to the restaurants and eating and biting into something and breaking something off. It's inadvertently it happens. So.
Okay, well that's good to know that you can do it, like you said. So let me ask you about periodontal disease, so gum disease.
Sure.
Obviously, brushing and flossing are important. One thing that I came across was water picks. How can a water pick help you with periodontal disease?
So, great question. So periodontal disease is basically the manifestation of a combination of bacteria, salivary chemistry, coming together, forming crystals that harden onto the surface of the root surface of a tooth, typically underneath the gum line, and then eroding the supporting structure, which is gums and bone.
Okay.
So healthy gums and bone allow patients to keep their teeth for a lifetime generally. So how a water pick helps that situation is with mechanical brushing, flossing. A water pick really debrides the, I'll call it the crevice between your tooth and the gum line. So if you imagine flushing that crevice out of all particulate matter, what it allows is the gum to seal tightly against the root surface. The reason why that's important in periodontal disease is there have been a lot of recent studies that periodontal bacteria show up in various regions in the body, including the brain, and have been linked to things like Alzheimer's disease.
No kidding.
So we always tell patients the chompers, though, that's the gateway to the rest of how everything is in the body. So if there's inflammation and swelling and pus and unhealthiness in the mouth itself, it translates to the rest of the body.
Okay, that is good to know, because I had just heard that and I had not realized that that's something that could be used, and they're not that expensive to get, and you can certainly use that on a regular basis, like you said. And then what about, and I'm just going to go into toothbrushes and toothpaste, because there's so much controversy. When you go to the store, it's like you have 500 choices of toothbrushes and toothpaste. What is your go-to?
So my go-to is a fluoride-based paste. In geriatric patients, we recommend a high fluoride base paste, something like ClinPro. The reason why we recommend that is as the root surface is exposed into the mouth, it's 700 times softer than regular enamel. So it's more susceptible to root caries and decay. So when bacteria attack a root surface and oftentimes eat a large hole into the middle of the tooth, you're left with no other option other than to extract the tooth. So regular treatment with high fluoride paste really, really helps patients in that regard. Toothbrushes, there are a lot of different brands of brushes out there, and really it depends on patient comfort. Sonicare and ultrasonic vibrating toothbrushes oftentimes irritate patients up in the sinus area, almost like a tickle. And we hear that all the time. So oscillating brushes, anything that is rotational, the trick really is time and how soft the bristles are. So the ones that have been designed with 2 minutes in mind have been awesome.
That is great. Well, I appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much. And for more information about what we've just discussed, please contact Dr. Loberg's Dental Center at 949-317-4680. Well, thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay, thanks so much, Lisa.
All right, stick around. We've got information from Tilly's Life Center. Stay tuned.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in Laguna Woods, and during the day, hundreds of pickleballers play on the association's 7 courts. But at night, that number is greatly reduced because there are only 4 lighted courts. Light the Night is a community improvement project, and the Pickleball Club has stepped up to assist GRF with funding. You can help by making a tax-deductible donation of any size through the Village Community Fund. Go to villagecommunityfund.org and click on the Light the Night link for more information.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Christina Morrissey, who is here on behalf of Tilly's Life Center. Well, Christina, thank you so much for joining me. How are you today?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're excited to learn more about Tilly's Life Center. And as I mentioned to you off camera, I've had a number of opportunities to talk with Tilly herself. And before we get into the Life Center, just give me a little quick background at why this came about.
So Tilly obviously was the co-founder of Tilly's Retailer, so a lot of people are probably familiar with that, and she did that for many years. They did a golf tournament to benefit several children's charities, and she just kind of saw a need for it. She's like, this is what we really need in the community. I'm not seeing a program that helps teens, like a preventative, proactive program that helps teens, and she knew she wanted to help. And so now it's really been her passion. So she's just put everything into this and starting in 2012, and we're taking off and seeing her vision through. So it's been really exciting.
Right. And over the years, we've had a number of interviews, as I mentioned. And so I can see the progress from year to year, how many sponsors you get, how many corporations get behind you, seeing all of the work that you are doing. So that is just awesome. So tell me, what is Tilly's Life Center and who does it help?
So we are a youth-focused 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we are aimed at empowering all teams with a positive mindset to effectively cope with crisis, face adversity, make tough decisions, and really our mission is to inspire today's youth to reach their full potential as productive, kind, happy, responsible individuals. And the way that we do this is that we have a curriculum-based program. We're mostly in high schools. We're also in some after-school programs, such as CHOC, juvenile detention centers, and we are expanding outside of Southern California, which is very exciting. Okay. And really, we have a curriculum that teaches experiential learning. So we do journal writing, meditation, open discussions, activities amongst the teens and their peers, and we promote self-discovery, relevant topics throughout each lesson. So each lesson will have a different topic of either communicating or being kind or forgiving, all these great tools that they need to be taught. And so it's a really safe, caring environment amongst their peers, and it encourages those discussions. It encourages positivity. We do a lot of self-affirmation, I am statements, and really to help encourage them to continue their education, build a career, pursue their goals, and so on. Yeah.
So what it sounds like you're saying is that obviously teens struggle at any time, whether it's at home or at school or even after school, whatever the case might be. I don't feel that, or maybe you guys don't feel that the education or even a high school, can really address some of these things. Is it lack of knowledge, lack of education? Is it lack of resources?
Yeah, it's probably all those things. I mean, we're not obviously meant to replace those important classes, English, math, all of that. So we usually fit into the belt schedule as an elective course, but we think we should be in all the classes. I mean, it's one of those things that, you and I as adults, everyone, we all have anxiety, and we have these, we all go through this. Mm-hmm. So imagine back to when you were a teen and you were going through it in high school, and just think of, nowadays there's social media, there's all this mounting pressure, and there's all these new things that there just really isn't something out there for them to have, and so most of the teens that we hear from, it's their favorite class. They look forward to it every week. It's kind of, all those other classes, of course, are important, but it's that extra release. It's that social emotional side and the bonding with the other kids and getting your emotions out. I mean, I think there's such a stigma around that, and it's so important to be able to do that. So yeah, it's.
Well, especially with the social media, like you mentioned. Now, you said that you're an elective class that can be taken in high school. Is that across Southern California?
So it's in select schools. So we need as much help as we can. Anybody out there who can connect us and make introductions to principals, districts, administrators. Okay. That's how we get in. So yeah, whatever high schools and programs we can get into, we're trying. And we've actually, one of the great things about the pandemic is it allowed us to kind of, like many people, look outside of what you're doing and see different ways to do things. And we started training educators across the country. So we've expanded to outside of California, to Georgia, to Washington, to Indiana, which is really exciting. And we have 57 trained outside of there. So we're hoping just to kind of keep that momentum going. And really, I mean, Tilly's goal is every teen should have this, right? So
it doesn't matter what their socioeconomic background is. It doesn't matter whatever, because you know what? Kids are kids. Teenagers are teenagers regardless. And, you and I both were teenagers at one point, and we know what it was like to be bullied. Even, all children are bullied at some point and made fun of or teased or whatever the case might be. But, oftentimes they don't have an outlet. So this is really awesome that you guys have an outlet for them.
Exactly.
In helping, obviously you've made the plea to our viewers that, hey, if they have any connections with high schools, which maybe we have some ex-teachers that maybe could be helpful, which is wonderful. But beyond that, you have a gala coming up to raise funds and awareness. And so tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're so excited about it. So it's our 7th annual I Am Giving Gala. And this year's theme is Come Fly With Us, which is very fitting. As I just mentioned, we're kind of expanding across the country. It's being held at Hangar 21 Executive in Fullerton, which is a private airport hangar. So we're kind of using that vibe of Mad Men, TWA, Pan Am from the 60s. And we're going to have a really fun, cocktail hour arrival out on the tarmac, martinis, scotch, cigars, that kind of fun vibe. And then obviously a live auction and entertainment. We have an amazing band inside with a seated dinner. And we always try to just make it a party. We have the best donors and guests and supporters and volunteers. And it's really just about coming together and doing something good. And so we're really, really looking forward to it. It's on October 16th, like you mentioned. And you can go to our website, tillyslifecenter.org. Registration is open. Tickets are available. Aside from tickets, there are, sponsorships, underwriting, auction donations, monetary donations. A lot of times people might say, oh, I can't make it. How can I help? There's so many ways you can help an organization like ours. If you don't have the money, but you have the time, volunteerism is huge. We love our volunteers. We rely on them. I mean, it takes a village to do what we do and to put on an event, and we couldn't do it without them. So if people have time that they want to give, we're so grateful for that. Obviously monetary sponsorships, and that keeps us going, keeps our programs going. So, but yeah, and then we have 2 other events throughout the year as well. We do a golf tournament in the spring that Tilly's supports, and that's on April 25th next year. And then we're also one of the beneficiaries of, there's a big event called Stars and Stripes that takes place in Cabo that we just came back from in June. And we are one of 7 local Southern California children's charities that benefits from that. And it's like a cool vacation, fishing, golf, all of that. And so we're really grateful for those that, keep the kids learning, and it keeps us going. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really great organization, great event coming up. And thank you so much for sharing the information.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we'd love to see anybody out there. Come join us. Come fly with us.
I love it. You'll have to use that song.
Yes, we've thought of that.
Don't forget to get the rights.
Yeah, exactly. On the list.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you for having me.
All right, if you want more information about what we've just discussed, you can go to tillyslifecenter.org. We'll be right back.
Super Immunity, powered by Source, is the first of its kind water-soluble, vitamin-fortified drinkable supplement. These perfectly balanced liquid vitamins are delivered with 25 milligrams of hemp extract. What does that mean for you? It means 0 THC, no sugar, and no calories. Super Immunity is water-based, not oil, so your body gets the full effect of your vitamins and anti-inflammatory hemp without the compromise. Now you can stay active and do what you do best. Take your best shot, morning, afternoon, or night.
Let's take a look at our movies that we have coming up this weekend on Friday and Saturday. Our Friday movie is The Breakfast Club, and that stars Molly Ringwald from way back when. And it's about 5 high school students from different walks of life who endure a Saturday detention under a power-hungry principal. You can watch it on Friday, 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that's brought to you by Harvard Eye Associates. And then on Saturday, we have The Blues Brothers. Very funny, and you can watch that on Saturday, 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without, and that's brought to you by Advanced Ear Care. All right, just to let you know that the GRF board would like you to be a candidate for a board position. If you would like to run for the 2021 annual election, you will need to get your application on September 11th and turn it in shortly thereafter to the office of the CEO in the community center. And you can get the application from Corporate Secretary Cheryl Silva. If you have any questions, you can call 949-268-2383. And all of you should have received your recall ballot for the governor here in the state of California. And you will want to make sure that you get your ballot in by 8 p.m. on September 14th. Now, there is drop boxes that are located outside of South County Adult Day Services, and there's a variety of others. And from September 11th through September 14th, you can vote in person at Laguna Woods City Hall. To find your location to be able to drop that off, you would go to ocvote.com, or you can call 714-567-7600. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time before we head out to enjoy our first day of September. Temperatures are looking quite nice, actually. We aren't going to have sunny skies here until later on when we clear up some of this overcast and clouds. 78, 64 today, 79 cloudy, 63 overnight tomorrow, Friday 83, 64, Saturday 88, 66, and Sunday 86, 67. Have a great day in the village today. We'll see you again tomorrow right here at 9 a.m. You can rewatch our program at 12:30 and 5. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Rob Miller, and I'm a 60-year-old 4-time cancer survivor. I also compete in CrossFit and have been for a number of years at the international level. I've been using Super Immunity for quite some time. This is truly what aids in my recovery and really keeps me walking every day.
Visit getimmunity.com for a buy one, get one limited time offer on your first purchase of Variety Pack or Traveler Pack of Super Immunity. You may also visit these fine retailers and ask for Super Immunity.